Hello everyone, no long intros, let's just get straight into the Southeastern news that has been circulating around the internet the past few days. The first piece of news, and again I would urge you to treat this with skepticism until it actually happens, is that the Class 376 is going to be getting a refurbishment. And can I just say, if this is true, this is a very, very good piece of news, because the 376s are absolutely diabolical right now. I mean, it's been 20 years with absolutely nothing done. Literally nothing done. You can see the old Connex seat moquette, for God's sake. They've neglected them for so long, and the refurbishment is finally going to make them not intolerable. Let's just say that. It's a shame they won't be fitting air conditioning or toilets. If you didn't know, the 376s were the last trains in the UK built without air conditioning. And of course, this is not going to be fitted, so it'll be a shame, but at least it will make them look more pleasant on the outside. They will indeed be in the dark blue livery that the 707s and 375s are in, if I can get a picture to show you. And the inside is going to be looking kind of like a 4659 orange interior. So they will look more pleasant at least. Speaking of toilets though, another piece of news is that the 707s are supposedly getting toilets. And again, just like the 376 news, I urge you to treat this with skepticism until the first one actually gets fitted with the toilet. Why? Because they announced that the 376s will be getting refurbished in 2022, 2023. Yeah, you know, we know how that went down, don't we? So that's why I say be skeptical of all this news. But if the 707s really are getting toilets, this is going to really free them up. They'll no longer be confined to metro services, and we could even see some on Dover, Gillingham, Ashford runs. I mean, they go 100, they have the performance to match the 375. Why the fuck not? We could see 707s on Dover and Ashford runs occasionally if they ever get fitted with toilets, even if it's just a cover for unavailable Electrostars, which, well, I mean, that's getting ever more common these days. The 377-1s are coming, and we do know this is actually happening because 121 and 122 have come, and I believe it's 123 to 133 are going to shortly follow. I believe that the 377-1s coming is going to help free the networkers up for more metro services, because I mean the 377 is more suited for the main line than the 465. Let's just be real here. Higher top speed, more comfortable seating, air conditioning, it's less cramped. The 377 is more suited for the main line, and it will be good for the networkers to go to metro routes, because I mean, let's be real, they belong there, and the 4659 refurbishment was not enough to make them mainline trains. Albeit the acceleration is strong. But anyway, we know that's happening. The only thing that could potentially cause issues with this is that the 377-1s do not seem able to work with 377-5s, so they might have to separately diagram them, which, you know, could be a little bit of a hassle and could affect unit availability. But I mean, what do I know? This is just speculation at this point. They probably have it covered. So those are three big pieces of news. Now let's get on to some other stuff. As you might know, well, you probably don't know because I've only said it in Discord, but the Grosvenor Victoria siding of Doom seems to house any problematic 465s. First it was 921 there, then 911. 911 has left now and it's back in service, albeit with a motor cut off. But now the victims are a pair of BREL and ABBs, 465178 and 465005. I clocked them in the siding in very early December 2024, and they entered not too long after 911 left. They've been waiting there just still the whole time, and 466021 has joined them in the siding, but it's not coupled to them and it's leaving them well alone, suggesting these two BRELs have something wrong with them. Furthermore, I've also been informed by Not David Trains that 465167 has been similarly stuck in a siding down at Faversham for quite some time now, and if this is true, then the BREL and ABB units have suddenly and quite severely really deteriorated. I mean, I already knew the motors were fucking shit. I didn't know the rest of the train was fucking shit. So, you know, if this continues, could we see some BREL and ABB units go to storage to join the 4659s in storage? I wouldn't be terribly surprised if 465, 178 and 005 were taken to storage along with a few other BRELs and 167 when the rest of the 377s come over, because it's well known that SE have a chronic lack of siding space. So yeah, that may well happen, and either way I hope they either solve what's wrong with them or scrap them, because I mean, that's not good. There's also some movement going on up north. For some reason they're moving the stored 4659s and 466s from Worksop to Ely, and I have no idea why. I mean, I believe 465s 917, 915, 920, 921 and 933 have gone. There's another one that's supposed to be moving today, but I don't know what that one is. And they've noticeably moved the ones in best condition first. 915, 917, 921 were all decent because 921 got fixed. I think 920 was okay. 933 was better than some of the others. They've noticeably left 905, 918, 934 alone. So I do wonder why they're moving the ones in best condition first. I would assume they're going to strip them for spare parts, and so they can be part stoners, and the remaining Metro Camels still in service can solder on a while longer, as I know there's a lack of spare parts for the Metro Camel 465s and 466s. So that's what I assume is most likely to happen. With the 465s that have been dragged to Ely will be stripped for spares, and they'll give Southeastern the spares, so then the 4659 still in service can go until the new stock arrives in the late 2020s. Either way, there's quite a lot going on with Southeastern right now. And there's a couple of other things I think I'll just comment on that aren't as big news, but are still happening. And the first thing is the declining reliability of the Electrostars. So it's been well documented for a while on the RAW-EK forum that the 3775s have been failing hard at running the Maidstone East line by themselves, and they've diagrammed extra 6-car 465 and 466 combos on to backfill because they're so unreliable and they keep failing in the platforms. I have no idea what in the hell's going on. I've also noticed, as someone who goes down to Victoria regularly, there are more and more 375s being cancelled due to faults as well. So I have no idea what's happening with the Electrostars, but they are not as robust as they once were, and I hope they fix this, because it's not an easy replacement if they end up needing to be replaced before their time, I'll tell you that. Not an easy replacement at all, and so I hope they sort that out. I also hope they sort out the 395 Javelins, because, I mean, my goodness me, those are in such a shit state right now. It's hardly believable. When you get on a Javelin, you used to have a nice travel experience. Now you'll mostly have a sticky table, probably uncleaned, vomit that hasn't been cleaned properly off it, frayed seats, a horrible sticky carpet or frayed carpet with loads of food lodged in it, years of grime in it, a heater with grime on it, broken seat back tables, broken armrests, even broken toilets, which is becoming more and more of an issue, and what's more is that half of them have a motor out, so it causes delays. They used to be way more punctual. I can remember back in 2015, 2016, they used to turn up on time all the time. Now they more often than not turn up late, even if it's just a few minutes late. They need to do something about the 395s and the fucking state of the units, because it is not good enough. You know, it's not good enough. They've aged very poorly despite the refurbishment. To be fair, due to the issues the 800 has had, I guess we could see this coming. But still, it's not good enough. I hope they dedicate some proper time to fixing the Javelins, because they're not an easy replacement either, I'll tell you that. Either way, I think that's about all Southeastern news. I've got at the moment. If anything happens with the 465s in Ely, if anything happens with the 465s in the Grosvenor siding, if anything happens with the Javelins, if the Electrostars get fixed, if the 376s actually start getting refurbished, I'll let you know if any of that happens. And yeah, bye bye.